Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Let's change out this layout here just a little bit. Let's do it like that. Let's see what that one looks like. Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. I can't wait for losing on the layout. There we go. Put me down here at the bottom. Little Max. It's all good. I'm hoping everybody had themselves a great Sunday. Everybody had a chance to relax, enjoy the one game that we did have the chance to watch. Well, we'll get to that here in a minute. And at any given time, you never know who's going to jump in. And please don't be shy. Come in and get the chat going because that is what we want you to do is be a part of the Raw Sports Radio family. But before I go any further, let's cue this intro.
Oh, baby, I like it raw. Yeah, baby, I like it raw. Oh, baby, I like it raw. Yeah, baby, I like it raw. Shimmy, shimmy, y'all, shimmy, yeah, shimmy, yeah. Give me the mic so I can take it away. Off on the natural charge, bon voyage. Yeah, from the home of the Dodger Brooklyn squad.
Another Sunday night, another day of sports, even though we were only treated to the one game. Excuse me as I adjust the one game, which, I'll tell you what. I lived in Orlando for a number of years in Florida. Loved it there. I was younger. I went to middle school, a couple of different middle schools in Florida, South Seminole, represent, much love. Woo, Tang, Shaolin, what? And I went to Rock Lake, also middle school. And then I went to Lake Brantley High School. And then when I lived in Florida, I lived in Castleberry, I lived in Altamont Springs, and then we moved over to Longwood, and we were there for a number of years. So that explained why I went to different schools, etc. But also, while being down in Florida, I did love the Magic. I had a chance to go down to the O Arena, as it was called and referred to back then. I don't know if they still call it the O Arena or not, but if they do, then hey, that's beautiful. I'm glad. I'm happy. I like happy. And I'll tell you what, that game, and might as well start off with that game because as I watched that game today, it was the first game, the only game of the playoffs. We had Paulo on fire. Now, the rest of them cats, they didn't exactly come out to play like Paulo came out to play. I'm doing this adjustment, so y'all don't worry. This is my microphone. I'm not just over here messing around with things. I got this filter right here. I'm going to put this a little bit closer like that right there. So that way you can hear me a little bit better and it sounds a little cleaner on my end too. So that's what's up. But Paulo was on fire. He had a great game. And I remember they were interviewing him right there at halftime. And at that point, they looked to me as though they had enough to go and actually be able to win this game 7 in Cleveland. I believed in my heart of hearts that they could pull this off. They could do it. It was going to happen. I'm like, damn, here we go. Orlando round 2. Represent Wu-Tang, Shaolin. No. Second half was a whole different story. Sad ass story too, man. I'll tell you what, it was a heartbreaker for a player. Broke my heart. Broke my heart. I don't exactly know that there's a good explanation on how you fall apart, whether it be the other team's will to win versus your will to win. Is it defensive fuck up? Is it lack of effort? Is it just not being able to finish? Did coach fuck up? I mean, what? I watched the game. I watched it, and I don't have an answer yet. I just don't want to throw out a bunch of bullshit and then I watched the game, and I don't know how you lose that much of a lead, an advantage and then not be able to show up like you did in the first half, come the second half, and then end up losing by what, 12 points? Man, no, no. But yeah, that happened, man. But you know what? Hats off to Orlando. Still a young team, plenty of talent. Going to do good in the future. Be patient with them. So, hats off to Cleveland Cavaliers. Yeah, I'm not sold on the Cavs. I'll be honest with you. And here's why. I've seen Donovan Mitchell have good games. I've seen Donovan Mitchell have great games. But I have not seen Donovan Mitchell have the types of games where he didn't look like himself. I don't want to say he looked hurt, but he just wasn't himself. Maybe it's just something that I'm just overlooking or looking too hard into and just making little something out of nothing at all. Out of nothing at all. Or maybe there's something to it. Maybe there's something we don't know about Spider-Man right now, but we'll see. He came out today, though. First half, Donovan Mitchell, he didn't show up. Second half, Donovan Mitchell, fire. He came out. This what happened. Second half, Donovan Mitchell. This is what he did. Shooting them up, blasting on them fools. Bang, 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 bang. And that's why they end up winning that game. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's crazy. I know what you're thinking. Like, damn, Max, you got right into it, everything. Start off with the games. You didn't do your usual subscribe, hit this, hit that. Oh, I'm going to hit it all right. And I'm going to hit it and get it, split it. Oh, dirty, flowing through me, getting crazy. Oh, Shaolin Wu-Tang. We're going to get it. Don't worry. Matter of fact, before I cued the intro, I was like, do I want to go ahead and do that? Or cue that intro first, talk a little bit. And then, by that time, have some folks in here, and then we'd be like, bam! I'm going to tell you what to do, what we would appreciate for you to do, if you do not mind. And if you haven't done so already, please join us here at the Raw Sports Network. We're expanding, we're growing, we're branching out, we're networking, and we're doing it all because of you guys and what you guys do to contribute. And all you do to contribute is huge. You might not think so, but it is. But I need you guys to keep doing it. I need you guys to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already done it. I want you to go, and I want you to come in on that like button like pow, 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 like that, right? And then with the right, all right? Come with that cross. Remember what I want you to do after that. So you subscribed already, so you got a couple blows and boom, boom, you already liked it, boom, boom. Now what I need you to do after that is I want you to share that shit, all right? That way we keep it going and we keep it growing. You know what I'm saying? You feel me on that? You get it? All right. Okay. So subscribe, like, share, and what's the last one? All right. Notification bell. Bash that motherfucking like King Kong, both hands like, bro. Beat on that shit. And that way you don't miss a single episode of the Raw Sports Radio Network. And just so you know, the schedule for the Raw Sports Radio Network, we're all on different time zones from Midwest here, Central Time Zone, to East Coast, to West Coast, to Mountain Time, and to whatever other imaginary time there is in this day and age. I can't keep track of all the damn times. But Sunday nights, that's generally when we get everybody together panel style. We have discussions, we talk about things, we debate, we get the crowd, we get the audience, we get everybody involved. And we got people coming in right now, I can see. So that's great. Loving it. Loving it. And then on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 8:30 at Central Time, that's where I'm at here. Kansas City represent KC Chiefs back to back, about to go three-peat with the Heat. Pat Mahomes on level all the zone, talking about the GOAT. Ain't no more debate. We done won. Until somebody take us down, I am number one. That's right. So that's what we got. That's what's up. So please, once again, I hate to sound like a broken record, but it makes a huge deal for us. And like we pledged and we promised before in the past, we will give back. We're that one channel that can make that pledge and make that promise to where we're going to give back to you, however that means, to be able to help out and make change and help people that need it, whether it be getting new nets on courts out there outside the park, or even getting courts built to where there isn't any already, or getting that air conditioning in that church, whatever it is that we need to do to help out with you guys helping us. These aren't just words that I'm just telling you. This is the truth. If I wasn't going to be sincere and I didn't mean it, I wouldn't waste your time telling you. This is a channel. It means what it says. It's going to do what they say we're going to do. That's why we're here. And with you guys, we're going to be able to accomplish our goals, grow, and help people out. So, and also have fun talking about sports. So that's what's up. Let's take a look. Let's go back in time, not too far in time. We're going to start with yesterday and just go over a little bit about what I'm going to open up my other screen here. That way and if you can't see me, it's only temporary, I promise. I promise. I promise. I got it. Technology, man. You gotta move things over here, you gotta move things over there. It's wild, right? But I haven't got everything savvy enough when it comes down to the computerizing, if you want to call it that. So I'm gonna do it the way I know how to do it. Whether you see my screen, don't worry about it. It's all good. You don't need to see it to believe it. All right. Now let's go back and take a look at the games that we ended up having. We'll just start with the Atlanta game today. It's fresh in everybody's head. I told you a little bit earlier, 94-106 was the end score of it. The biggest problem with that game and the reason why Orlando lost and why that second half was so dismal for them is because they lost inside. They lost in the paint. Big time. Big time. Not to mention that Donovan Mitchell came out to play like an animal. He was just insane. It was crazy. And as far as what Donovan Mitchell was able to do in that game, I'll pull it up here in a second here and take a look. But looks like, from what I can tell, there we go. Just going through, that's just wild. Yeah. Well, yeah, Paulo ended up playing 42 minutes, 38 points, 16 boards, 2 assists. You know, you had a couple other guys that were in double figures on the Magic with Wendell Carter Jr. at 13 points. You had Jalen Suggs, 10 points. You know, the Wagners, man, I don't know where they were at today. I don't know what happened to them. Cole Anthony came out a little bit. He didn't, he's explosive. Didn't do as much as I thought he could. I don't think Jonathan Isaac contributed as much as he should have. I definitely don't think that they played their best game. And, it's a team loss. That's what everyone likes to say. It's a team loss. But they were outplayed today. They were outshined. But Paulo did shine. Paulo had a great game. The future's bright for Paulo. The future's bright for Orlando. So don't get it twisted. Don't be discouraged. What really killed them was that second half, and in particular that third quarter, where they were beat 15-33 in that third quarter. Aside from that, Orlando 24-18 in the first, 29-25 in the second. That third quarter is what killed them, and then that fourth quarter they ended up scoring 26. Cavaliers had 30. So what killed them, like I said, was being able to not stop the Cleveland Cavaliers in the paint. They got exposed, exploited, and beat the shit out of them underneath. So listen, you can't play half a game and expect to win. You got to go in there like a killer, like an assassin, like a madman, like a lunatic. And that's what Paulo did. And that's what Ant-Man did last night, too. But I digress. We'll get to that here in a minute. And then let's take a look at the Cavaliers. They played a good overall team game. And there for a while, I honestly didn't think that Spider-Man Mitchell was going to be that big a factor because he wasn't showing up. He was absent there for the first half of that game. I'm like, where's this motherfucker at? When's he going to come in? Where's Spider-Man at? Why did Cleveland get this motherfucker if he ain't going to come out and play, ball out, get them to where they need to be ever since, you know who. I'm not going to say his name yet. I'll get on that fool later. But if you look at it today, both coaches went deep in their rotations. They went 9 people. The biggest difference is the 9 people the Coach Biggerstaff had were out of those 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those players had double figures in scoring. Spider-Man Mitchell ended up with 39 points, 9 rebounds, and 4 assists. And you know what? What's crazy? 45 minutes of play. He didn't even play the whole game. He got some nice stuff, nice stats, nice. He was scoring like a champ. He was doing what he was supposed to do. He was able to lift his team up in that second half when it mattered the most to get him that W. And my hat's off to the Cleveland Cavaliers, like I said. But overall, you had Max Strus. Might not have played his best game, but he had his big points when they needed him. Evan Mobley, like I said, 16 boards for the big man, 11 points, and then 1 assist for him. Played 41 hard minutes, and it showed. Darius Garland, 12 points, 3 boards, 4 assists. Played a half hour. Then you got Karis LeVert. Listen, 30 minutes. He got 15 points, 5 boards, 4 assists. That was enough of a contribution to make a huge difference. And then Sam Merrill coming in off that 9-man rotation that both teams used was able to contribute. Even damn old ass Tristan Thompson, who's still playing basketball. Everybody talking about LeBron, about Tristan Thompson's ass. That motherfucker's ancient. He's still over here playing 7 minutes, 4 boards, 2 assists. Not scored any points, but still, those are the kind of contributions that when push comes to shove and it's the end of the game, that's what makes a difference. That makes a huge difference. I'm going to pull up the box score real quick, and we'll go over that real quick, too. As far as the shooting goes, the field goal percentage, Cavaliers shot 44.2 from the floor. Magic only shot 33.7. Okay? That's a problem. And those numbers dipped as a result of what happened in that second half, in particular that third quarter. And then on the three-point game, Magic shot and made more threes, but percentage-wise, it's a percent point lower, 32.3 versus 33.3. Not that big a deal if you think about it. Honestly, that wasn't the difference. At the line, both teams were pretty close as far as the times they were able to take a trip there. 36 times of the charity stripe for the Cavaliers, 30 times for the Magic. 86.7% shooting from the charity stripe for the Magic, 83.3 for the Cavs. Total rebounds within a 1 rebound difference between the two at 48 Cavs, 49 for the Magic. Offensive boards, defensive boards, the stats are like flipped. 18-31 offense defense for the Magic and 10-38 offense defensive boards for the Cavs. Assists 19 for the Cavs, 17 Magic, blocks 8 Cavs, 4 Magic, steals 8 and 11 respectively Cavs. Magic turnovers 14 for the Cavs, 17 for the Magic. But this is what I told you. Here's what the killer is: the points in the paint. 50 points in the paint for the Cavs, 28 points in the paint for the Magic. That is what got you. That is what killed you. That's called, like I said, what I told you earlier, I couldn't figure it out. I can figure it out. It's lack of defense, not being able to hold on to a lead. You get a lead, you need to hold on to it like it's your dick if you're a dude, man. You don't want to let go of that motherfucker. Feel me? Not feel me. You sick sons of bitches. Anyway, next thing we got to go over is going to be, pull back up here. And I got all the new computers set up. I like it a lot easier because I can do multiple things on different things here. And once I get a little more, whatever you want to call it, savvy in my computerizing approaching of how I do this, it's just going to be off the hook dope, bro. Don't even worry about it. But I'm happy with the way this is. I'm sorry that you guys can't see it. If that's the case, I do really, truly apologize. But, hey, listen, it's okay. We can go back in time to Friday if you want. We can talk about that ass kicking that the Mavs gave the Clippers, knocked them out again. I'll tell you this right now. There is 100% chance, there is zero chance of that team being able to keep all 4 players. It's not a matter of affording him or needing him. It's a matter of being smart enough to move on from him. That includes Kawhi, which would be the first one I get rid of, and no knock against Kawhi. But look, man, if you're not present and availability is your biggest strength and your asset, then listen, it's time. It's time to reevaluate how much you can contribute to the game with these lingering injuries that you experience. And I'm not dogging on you, Kawhi. Fucking one of my favorite players. But listen, dog, I don't even think you ought to be in the Olympics at this point right now, based on the fact that you can't stay healthy. I know. This is what you motherfuckers want to say. Yeah, I said it. I don't think Kawhi. I definitely don't think old man Buster James needs to be anywhere near the Olympics. I don't need that fool representing shit for the United States. Feel me? Yeah, that's right. But Mavericks gonna move on. It's gonna be a series that I'm looking forward as far as the matchup itself goes. I like the Mavericks. I like the Thunder. Do I think the Mavericks have a chance to win? Hell yeah, they have a chance to win. They just got to play good basketball, smart basketball, team basketball, and consistent basketball. And they can go as far as they want to go. They can go all the damn way if they want. Jason Kidd's a hell of a coach. He knows what he's doing. Listen to the man. He'll prove it to you. He'll show you. He can take you to the promised land. I believe he can help you win. He's been there. He knows what it takes. You understand? He was there more than once, though he only won once. But I digress on that. And I don't want to get too caught up in it because honestly, the Clippers overachieved. They thought that by having big name players on there that were past their prime or had injuries or simply weren't as well as they were hyped up to be and didn't live up to the hype that everybody was trying to put around them, like LeBron over the last 20 plus years. But I'll get on that a little bit later. But it's true. They really did. If you told me that there was a team in the NBA and it had Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, James Harden, Russell Westbrook, along with Ivica Zubac, Mason Plumlee, Daniel Tice. And I can't. And they just get the shit beat out of them. It's just sad. Sad, sad, sad. Mark Cuban got to explain to his kids what the fuck happened. How you gonna explain that, Mark Cuban? How you gonna do it? Huh? How you gonna tell those little Cuban kids about what happened to it? I'm sorry. Sorry. Not Mark Cuban. Fucking Clippers. How you gonna explain that? How you gonna explain what happened? How are you gonna explain how you absolutely weren't able to get it done? And I'm not putting it on Ty Lue. Ty Lue, it's not him. I guarantee you, it's not Ty Lue out there, 100%. But listen, that was an ass kicking. Mavericks deserve to move on. I think it's going to be a great series with them in Oklahoma City. You know, I like Oklahoma City just because I believe that they have what it takes to be able to take it to that next level. I think it's a matchup nightmare for both coaches. It's it's tough because they're both such good teams, but they don't match up well against each other. And I think we're going to see that come into full fruition once the series gets started underway here. What? My, it's not tomorrow. I don't believe. I believe it's actually. Let me double check. Tomorrow night we got Knicks Pacers game one, and we also have Timberwolves Nuggets game two, and I believe those are the two games for tomorrow, unless there's a third one that I'm missing. But we'll figure it out because I could be a little behind on this or just not see that. But Timberwolves Nuggets tomorrow, Pacers Knicks tomorrow. Ought to be some great matchups, some fun games to watch, some great series. I'm looking forward to it. I hope you guys are as well because it's going to be worth the price of admission, if you know what I'm saying. Take that time out, relax, chill out, get in there, watch you some basketball, take it easy, have fun with it. But as far as the other game we want to talk about, turn that off real quick. Getting there, guys. Bear with me. Are you guys in a hurry? Yeah, I thought. Last night's game, excuse me. I just want to double check on this tomorrow. Yeah, from what I can tell, just the two games: Timberwolves, Nuggets, Pacers, Knicks. That's all I see. So I'm gonna have to go with two games tomorrow. And if I'm wrong, please correct me. And I promise to not make any errors on the TV scheduling. And it's all right. Let's do this here. Bear with me, guys. So put this back up. There we go. Ant-Man. You know, we were on Thursday and we touched on this. Ant-Man, is he Jordan-esque? I saw flashes of greatness. There's no doubt about it. I'm not ready to crown anybody, though, because man hasn't done anything yet other than show that he's got skill, talent. He's not a killer. He's a mass murderer. Ant-Man is out there. He's dropping bombs like Hiroshima on you motherfuckers. He's doing some shit, you know. But so is Paulo, and there's some other cats too. Don't get it twisted. He's not the only one, but he was able to do some incredible things last night. It was a great game. Timberwolves and Nuggets. Let's look at some of the stats on that one right quick. It was a great game. It really was. The only thing I couldn't believe what I was seeing in the way of they lost. I wasn't expecting that. I wanted I wanted the Nuggets to win, but you know, it didn't happen. And the reason it didn't happen, I'll tell you why. His name is Anthony Edwards. 42 minutes, 43 points, 7 boards, 3 assists. That's not to say that there was nobody else. Carl Anthony Towns contributed 20 points, 4 boards, 3 assists. You had Michael Conley, old ass junior, 14 fucking points, 4 rebounds, 10 assists on the double double. Hey, listen, they came out and they played. They smacked the Nuggets in the face. They came out and they showed that they weren't scared. They don't care if they're the defending champions. They don't give a damn. And I expect them to come out and attempt to do the same thing. But I also realize that Mike Malone had the coach and the number one assistant for the Timberwolves on his staff prior to them getting that nod and got called up and became coaches, head coaches, first assistants for another organization, which they just happen to be playing right now. So, one thing that I think is going to make a difference in this game, Jaden McDaniels was scoreless. He did have 8 rebounds and 1 assist, but if that is going to be the case come game 2, I think that that is definitely some that Mike Malone and the Nuggets know just as well as I do that they're going to exploit that. Alexander Walker, listen, 5 points. It's 5 points. Nas Reed really did. He showed up. Sixth man of the year, 16 points, 4 boards, 3 assists. That matters. And even little Kyle Anderson came in there for 12 minutes, got him a couple points, couple rebounds, and an assist. Didn't get beat up, and nothing bad happened to him. And then the Nuggets, you know, Joker's going to get his 32 points, 8 rebounds, 9 assists, 41 minutes. Man, need a little bit of a break. Then we have Jamal Murray, which was just, he didn't look right the whole game, played 34 minutes, got 17 points, 4 assists, 1 rebound. But the problem is, Michael Porter Jr. was really the only guy that came out ready to play, contributed 20 points, 6 boards, and an assist. But Aaron Gordon, I expected more than 9 points, 6 assists, and 3 rebounds. Joker did his thing, 32, 9, and 8 points, assists, rebounds, respectfully. But KCP, 37 minutes, coming out with 6 points, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. Man, you better be at practicing the shit out of practices right now. Come at that shit with that weak ass fucking stat line. Christian Braun, listen, didn't do great for 19 minutes, but he contributed enough. Justin Holiday did what he could. He needs a little bit of weight. I suggest you put him in one of those weighted vests so he doesn't get pushed the fuck around next time. And little Reggie did good. Don't get it twisted. For the 14 midgets. For the 14 minutes that Reggie played, he got 5 points, 3 rebounds, and 1 assist. But Reggie's always fun to watch, so don't discount Reggie's greatness. You understand me? Ever disrespect Reggie in my presence. But it was a good game. And then we look at the stats. As far as the box score goes, Timberwolves shot 52.4%, 43 of 82. Nuggets, nope, 35 or 75, 46.7, less than 50%. 3-pointers, 41.9% for the Nuggets, 40.7%. Respectfully, they were real close. Nuggets 13 for 31, and Timberwolves 11 of 27. Free throw wise at the charity stripe, 20 times the Nuggets paid a visit, shot 80%. So 16 for 20, and then 9 for 12, 75% for the T-Wolves. Rebound wise, it was relatively, it was close. It was within 8 rebounds. You're looking advantage going to Minnesota and 42 total rebounds. 34 total rebounds for the Nuggets. Assist wise, they were even with assists, but here, check this out: 6 blocks, Minnesota; 2 blocks, Denver; 4 steals, Minnesota; 12 steals, Nuggets; 14 turnovers, Minnesota; 12 turnovers, Denver. And what got them ultimately in the end, points in the paint: 52, Minnesota; 42, Denver. So if you look at this, let's go stats, steals, turnovers. And on Denver, if you got 24 assists and you got 12 steals, but then you have 12 turnovers, your net looks shitty because you basically also gave the ball away just as many times as you stole it. So you can almost say that stat zeroes itself out. So we can call it 24 assists. But like I said, 12 steals, 12 turnovers. And then on the other side, we got 4 steals and 14 turnovers. Okay. But you still got the 24 assists. Whereas you actually were able to not have as an efficient time playing because you turned the ball over more, didn't steal it as much. Therefore, your efficiency drops right there. Points in the paint, like I said, that 10 points in paint difference. Twin Towers, bigs, they wear on you after a minute. Believe me. Big bodies are heavy. These are not small guys. Okay, these are large men playing big ball. Okay, big ball. Excuse me. Dave put out some videos earlier. If you guys haven't had a chance to check them out, they're up on the video section of the Raw Sports Radio. And they're going to be, I don't think that they're more than maybe 10, 13 minutes long. So if you want to check those out, they're good. Dave put them out earlier. And that also might be why everybody else is doing a couple of other things. Also, a lot of the guys, whether it be Trav, myself, Dave, Cash, well, not myself, but Dave, these guys have helped America keep moving, keep running, and are able to make sure that you guys get what you need in way of logistics as long haul, OTR, truckers. That's what they do. So much respect, much love to all the over the road guys out there keeping America in business, keeping America moving. Thank you guys so much for all you do. Next thing we're gonna do, guys, we're gonna look and see these matchups, touch on them for tomorrow. Timberwolves Nuggets tomorrow night. Are we gonna see a repeat? Is Ant-Man gonna go off again? Is he gonna go crazy? We're gonna find out. We're gonna see. Or are the Nuggets gonna lock it down a little bit, step up, have some other players step up, and be able to even the series back up before they go on the road to Minnesota? I myself personally like the Nuggets. See, but in this world, in this industry right here, you got to go with your mind, not your heart. Your heart can't have control over your mind. It's got to be the other way around. Your mind got to have control over your heart. See what I'm saying? Otherwise, you're just a LeBron James fan that's confused and don't know what the fuck you're talking about. That, I'll save that for later. But listen, Timberwolves Nuggets tomorrow. That's going to be at 9 p.m. We're gonna. Well, I'm going to be watching the game, and I'll also be on with the nerds at 7:30 p.m. at Angry Me Production. Don't forget to check that out. Also, don't forget Water God TV with Rob the Water God. Don't forget about whatever the fuck I want with D'Angelo. I got the Max Cast, Max Factor, and I'm over here on other people's stuff more than I am on my own, but everything gets archived over to my channel. So feel free to jump on. I got some of my own original stuff there that I go off the cuff with, but that's me. Feel free to find me. And everybody's going to be in the descriptions below and to the links on the description to the channel. So feel free to show love to all these other cats and their channels and keep it going. Also, we got tomorrow's other matchup, and that is going to be Pacers and Knicks. You know, I like the series with the Pacers. I thought it was a lot of fun to watch with the Bucks. Granted, the Bucks were shorthanded, plus they had Doc Rivers as a coach. So it's hard to say how well they really could have done if they were at full strength, 100% with all the key pieces that they need out there when they need them. I'm just getting this adjusted again, guys. Nothing strange, I promise. But I think that's going to be huge. I really do. Really do. I think the series would have been completely different if Giannis was there, Dame remained healthy, Bobby Portis wasn't ejected in that one game, and you had an actual coach, not Doc Rivers. But I digress. I'm just saying, Doc Rivers won't do shit for you. He's not going to win you any championships unless by the Doc's not that guy. He's not that guy. He had the big three. Boston only came out with one championship. Doc's an underachiever. Not a big Doc fan, but Doc's not a good coach either. Don't be fooled by that motherfucker either. He's like the LeBron of coaches, maybe even worse. Then the other matchups we got, again, like I said, Timberwolves Nuggets. I like the Nuggets. I think they're going to figure out a way, put the right guys in there, mix up that rotation, confuse the Timberwolves. And when I say confuse, I don't mean that they're not going to know what's going on, but keep them on their toes to where they aren't going to be expecting what you're going to throw at them. You got to be more clever than the competition, and I think Mike Malone's going to be able to make that adjustment. Same with the rest of the guys. Now with Jamal Murray, his calf injury. Listen, I don't know how serious his calf injury is. And believe it or not, I'm not a doctor, so I can't really speak to that. But I will say this: he can play better. He can do better. You can tell that calf's the problem. I hope they can figure out something for him. Otherwise, other players are going to have to step up, including little Reggie. But I think that they can. I think that they can rise to the challenge. And I believe that they have what it takes still to defend that crown, defend that championship, potentially get another one. And until otherwise proven wrong, I'm sticking with that. And then I'll move over to the East tomorrow night's game, which I'm probably, I think there's going to be a hard fought battle in the East right here between the Pacers and the Knicks. Like I said, the Bucks, yeah, they weren't at 100%. Whatever, it's fine. That's an excuse, a reason, it's a fact. It is what it is. Take it for what it is. Don't look any more into it than that. Excuse me. But at the same time, the Knicks, Hartenstein, beast. Mitchell Robinson, beast. They were able to take the Sixers, who were well coached. Nick Nurse, great coach. Can't say anything bad about Nick Nurse. But they were able to take him, Embiid, Maxey, and everybody else out to where they won that series, and they made it look almost easy to where, you got 76ers out here calling foul, 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 whining and crying and bitching about it like a bunch of babies. That's one thing I don't like. That's probably another reason why they weren't tough enough to move on. But I think that between Jalen Brunson, Josh Hart, the two big guys, like I said, two big guys, and don't forget that Julius Randle. He's been out. He's been hurt. He hasn't even been present. They've been holding it down. They got second place in that Eastern Division. So I think the Knicks are for real. I know right now people are happy still in New York. They're celebrating Stephen A. He's probably doing some Stephen A. dance. Spike Lee's just spiking it up right now. Probably drinking some Spike tea. Bitch ass Spike Lee. Punk. Both of you. Stephen A., you ain't got shit. You can't even shoot a free throw. You couldn't shoot a free throw, granny, in the pool. Anyway, think about that one for a minute. Me personally, I think that the Pacers balled out, but I also think that the way they balled out against the Bucks isn't going to work against the Knicks because, once again, matchups. It comes down to matchups and it comes down to defense. Yes, the Pacers have defense. Yes, the Pacers have shooters between Tyrese Halliburton, Naismith, Emhard. They got they got guys that can play. Siakam, they got a loaded team, but so do the Knicks. The Knicks the Knicks have what it takes, what it needs to take to get to that next level. All right, they can do it, and so can the Pacers. And I'm intrigued by this matchup, and I'm thinking it's gonna go one of two ways because there's animosity in history between these two clubs. They don't necessarily like each other. That's real shit. No, that's facts. But I think that we'll see tomorrow for sure about how serious this animosity that I speak of really is and how it carries over to the play of these two clubs. It's definitely going to be physical, 100%. I have no doubt whatsoever about that. Let me just adjust this real quick here, folks. There we go. Perfect. Anyway, I think that the matchup in itself is going to be awesome. I'm looking forward to it big time. I think it's going to be big physical basketball. Kind of like what I was saying earlier. Best game since the 90s in way of physicality and letting them play. Yeah, I would say so. I say that I'm liking what I'm seeing. They're physical. Bigs are relevant again. Bigs are exciting to watch. I think the people are starting to get back into it. That era that they've been force fed to believe that Mr. I can go and lose six finals championships and still call myself a GOAT is almost over. Hopefully it is. Hopefully that hopefully we don't have to deal with that nonsense anymore because that's exactly what it is nonsense. That man does not need to be playing anymore. But I'll get to him in a minute. I'll get to him in a minute because I got to tell you something. But I'll get to that in a second too. I'll say that to you for just another couple minutes, guys. Bear with me. This motherfucker's driving me crazy. There we go. Much better. So those are the two games we got for tomorrow night. Like I said, I still like the Nuggets. I never told you I like the Knicks and the Pacers yet because I haven't told you yet. But I will now. I like the Knicks. I really do. I think those Twin Towers they got, plus Brunson, it's going to be too much. I like everything about Pacers, and I said this before, many a show. They can get hot real quick at any given time, but they can also be damn cold too, ice cold, and not in a good way. So I'm liking the Knicks in that series. I'm thinking six. Nuggets and Timberwolves. I'm taking the Nuggets in seven, and we'll see who's right and who's wrong. And then what else we got here? It's it is a lot more physical. You got other individuals like LeBron who likes to cry about la calls, la refs, la everything in the world. But here's where I'm going to give this fool some credit. LeBron is the GOAT. What's up, D? You really hope the Pacers beat the Knicks, man? Come on, really? Why you gotta say that? I like that though. I like that. You hope some. I'm the opposite, but I get it. I get it. I want to see good basketball, no matter who it is. I want to see good ball. I want to see it out there. I want to watch good ball being played consistently. That's what it comes down to, and that's what it really ends up being. And I think that's what we all want to see. But before I got distracted here, as far as LeBron, I was wrong. I'm gonna give this full credit right now. He's the GOAT. Yep, I said it. He is the GOAT. The greatest of all time. Yep. Can't believe I said it, but it's true. He is the GOAT. Greatest of all time. When it comes to making excuses, when it comes to being the greatest underachiever of all times, when it comes to going through coaches like I you got 2 years as a coach with LeBron. That's the age of a coach's life in LeBron's world. And I'll tell you why. And I mentioned this before. I'll tell you again. LeBron acts like he has never had a male figure of authority in his life ever. Whether it be a father, a stepfather, an uncle, a fucking anything. He acts like he acts like a pouting Karen, a total just a little old bitch every time. Pout, 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 jumping up and down, flailing your hands. What is that going to get you? You're like a little kid, man. Cut it out. And then your fans, man, they're just as bad as you are. They're a bunch of little sorry little bitches, too. I can go on and on about this, but I'm going to save that for my segment. Come Tuesday, maybe Thursday. We'll see. We'll see. I haven't decided on that yet, but we'll get some. And as far as LeBron and Bronny playing together, I'll talk about this more come next week, but I think it'll happen 100%. In China, you bet your ass. I'll make a whole episode for that. Because if the Lakers pay LeBron James 50 million a year, they are dumb as shit. I don't even know what to say. I no, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. That motherfucker ain't worth 15 million. He ought to be paying you 50. I'm sorry, 50 million. He ought to be paying you 50 million for all the fucking headaches he causes. Having to find coaches, having to get players LeBron wants, having to do this and that to suit LeBron. LeBron's an old ass and needs to get the fuck out. And if he knows so much, then go coach with your 9 million fucking IQ in basketball. And leave your damn son alone. That motherfucker, you didn't even ask him. Did you ever ask him if he wants to even play with you? Maybe that motherfucker wants to stay in school, make NIL money, get an education, become a better basketball player based on fundamentals, do the work like you said that you supposedly did, but you didn't. Performance enhancing LeBron. Punk. Fake goat. Just sorry. I'm so happy he's out of the playoffs. They make it enjoyable to watch because I don't have to worry about him unless he wants to create distractions outside the game, which of course he always does because he always has an injury. I remember when he went down to Miami, made that big three. This fucking fool. How many championships y'all gonna win? 4. Not 4. Not 5. Not 6. 7. Motherfucker, you were lucky to even get 2. You sorry motherfucker. You know what? You're not in the GO conversation. You're not even in the top 5 of current players. You're definitely not in the top 5 all time. I'll tell you that right now. And as far as anything, you're not even GOAT light. You're not diet GOAT. You're none of the above. Michael Jordan, bro. You even know it. Kobe is ahead of you. Tim Duncan is ahead of you. Stop it. Just stop. Moses Malone is ahead of you. Kareem is ahead of you. Wilt is ahead of you. Stop. I just, Your fan base, LeBron, what they need to do is, unlike you, not be lazy, do the work, and look at film of some of these players I mentioned. There's players that don't even have rings that are better than you. But since you got a little bit of hardware, I got to give you a little bit of credit. But the only reason you have the hardware that you do, you sorry ass chump, Junior Whopper, wanna be goat chump, bitch sucker, is because you surrounded yourself with all time great players. And that's what you motherfucking LeBron fans need to understand. There's a difference between the greatest of all time and all time greats. LeBron, at the end of his career, he will be considered an all time great player. That is a fact. That's not hating. That's not giving him any kind of hate. That is me being 100% honest with you instead of you being fed delusional lies by bullshit, fake ass, don't know what they're talking about journalists like Nick Wright, Stephen A., Michael Wilbon. These jokers, listen. You want to listen to them in their Main Street views? You do it. If you can't decide for your own, whether it be through whether you're a stat guy or whether you're an eye test guy or you're a combination of both, or maybe you're an ex-athlete and you played so you know. But listen, you don't need these motherfuckers to tell you who the GOAT is. And here's the other thing. Fucking GOAT debate is stupid as hell. I hate even getting about it. I don't like doing it. It's dumb. It's dumb. It's dumb. You can have whoever you want to be your GOAT. You can love whatever player you like. That is your business. That is your due. Me, I have MJ as mine. MJ is my GOAT. And not only is he my GOAT, he's the GOAT of millions and millions of people. LeBron is also considered by millions of delusional people that don't know any better, that have been fed lies by the media and continue to get fed lies and supported by Clutch Sports and Rich Paul. And they believe this shit. I can't help you. Like I said, I'm not a doctor and I'm certainly not a psychotherapist. I'm definitely not an exorcist. And at that point, you're so deep in LeBron, inside of his ass, that, listen, you need a special kind of doctor and an exorcist. If you believe this fool is the GOAT, or was ever the GOAT, or was ever going to be the GOAT, you've been duped. And I'm sorry that Max had to give you the facts about that, but it's true. Go do your own research. I'm not going to do it for you. If you're part of the lazy generation, listen, this is where I'm putting you to work. You're going to do that shit, going to do something with your life. Get you out there picking bananas, working. Feel me? But as far as the playoffs go, I'm looking forward to watching the rest of them. I'm looking forward to seeing tomorrow night's rematch of game one. I think, like I said, in 7 games, it's going to take every bit of 7 games. But Jokic and the Nuggets, they're going to win. And it's going to take 6 games. It might take 5. But the Knicks, they're going to take the Pacers. That's it, boy. That's it. That's all I got right now, all right? That's it. I wanted to make it about an hour long. I didn't want to bust on LeBron too much. You want to hear about LeBron being made fun of, the choked, then you can check into about, I don't know, probably 45 minutes into the video and you can find where I let you know all about LeBron. I give you a good, I don't know, I probably give you 10 minutes of LeBron facts, why he's whack and he will never be the GOAT, and why he was never the GOAT, and why the media has hyped him up to be the GOAT that he could never live up to. So don't get it twisted and go back and rewatch that little part if you want to hear what I said and you missed it. But otherwise, guys, I know we got a couple cats still tuning in. I appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all. We're gonna be back again Tuesday night, 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. Same bat channel. Get your motherfucking ass up off the grass. Bring that shit. Come on in. Bring a friend. You can come on back. Uh, Raw Sports Radio, baby, where we keep it raw. You know what I'm gonna say? You know what I'm gonna say? I'm gonna say it again and again and again. Over and over again, like a Nelly song. Over and over again. I need you to subscribe and hit that button. Oh yeah, over and over again. And it feels so good and it don't hurt all that bad. It don't hurt at all. I promise you. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, notification bell, share it, spread the love, help the channel grow, help us help you as we've met and we promised and we pledged. On behalf of the Raw Sports Radio Network, I'm Cracker Max. And yeah, like, why do you always say that? Because I can make fun of myself and it's okay. And if other people make fun of me, I can take it because I got big fucking shoulders and it doesn't bother me. But like I was saying, this is Cracker Max, Raw Sports Radio Network, Raw Radio Network, Super Dave, Trav the Truth, Castro, D'Angelo on whatever the fuck I want, along with Water God TV, Angry Me Production, and all you out there in YouTube world and in this virtual reality world in the computer, thank you. Please don't forget to tune in Tuesdays, Thursdays, 8:30 for the Max Cast, Max Factor, Max Cast on the Raw Sports Network. All right, guys, nothing but love coming out of the Raw Sports Radio Network here. I hope you guys have a great week. I know tomorrow's Monday or the first Monday of the week, depending on how you look at it. But make it the best you can. Get through that shit. Get ready to watch some basketball. And let's have fun, y'all. Keep it raw. I'm out. Peace.
Ooh, baby, I like